Some indecent drawings made with a waterproof marker. Apparently someone had nothing else to do. Someone got into the cargo hold and drew on these dummies during the flight. All the inscriptions are done in the same handwriting. Comparing the views of words on the dummies with the samples of your signature allows us to make an unambiguous conclusion about the authorship of these drawings. I do not have the right to disclose the name of the suspect, but I have to ask, what else did you do during the flight? The presence of such an amount of cooling gel is strange. Such a composition was outdated more than 10 years ago and is not produced on any planet. The captain's bridge is detected ahead. The evacuation should be led from there, but there are no signals or movement detected in this area. Probably everyone died. such an accent, the incorrect localization sounds extremely convincing. The information on the captain's bridge is classified in the database, therefore it is recommended to ignore this valuable advice and act according to the situation. The captain's bridge was badly damaged, but the main systems are still functioning properly. The door is locked. If you manage to get inside, there is a chance to send a distress signal to the nearest planet, or at least cake the corpse with the captain who allowed this to happen. Seems it will be a long day. While choosing the most painless suicide methods for you, a slight decrease in the background radiation was noticed. Surprisingly, your attempt to break the liner could lead to positive results. I could find out the nature of this phenomenon, but for that, I would need to disclose some confidential information of the Breathedge company, which contradicts the security protocol, so not a single spacesuit AI will disclose this information to you. On the other hand, this information is extremely necessary for us. There are a lot of stupid spacesuits with dead carriers floating around, so nobody will even know if you resort to the good old torture method, like the drill. No, I will tell you everything, I swear! Ah, don't do that! What was that? I offered for you to torture other spacesuits. It's a logical thing to do. Well, I won't utter another word. Okay, let bygones be bygones. I suppose you don't think that a program can be afraid of torture, do you? I don't think it can either, and I'm definitely not hinting that you need to find an engineering shuttle. You probably need some explanations which you cannot get because the corresponding dialogues are absent in the game. Therefore, you won't get any. I won't say any more as I can't break the security protocol. No, seriously, I really can't say anything more. Hey, that's dangerous. Don't do that. You were a complete idiot. Are you awake? I was forced to give you an electric shock as you almost ruined the spacesuit. I kindly ask you not to play with the drill anymore, please. In order to find out how you reduce the radiation, you need to calculate the coordinates of the place where the captain's bridge crashed into the liner. Breathedge Agency coffins can help us with this. However, we still need to find an engineering shuttle, or even better, the engineer himself. There's an engineering shuttle ahead. I wonder how you find everything so quickly. Is it because of my hints? Looks like he was shaving with a chainsaw during the crash. I can find no other explanation for such damage to a spacesuit. We need one that is in good condition, or at least other parts of this one. I'd recommend exploring the area. Why do all calendars have women on them? This is complete discrimination of the male half of the population. Intergalactic forced exchange of specialists. Convenient, effective, but still remains a fantasy, unfortunately. Looks like there's nothing here. Examine some other debris. Part of the Breathedge storage. There are only some empty coffins here. You can even choose one for yourself if you want to. This is a non-standard modification. Looks like somebody probably wanted to improve the speed characteristics of this coffin, which is a direct violation of the contract, although the idea is implemented quite well. This part belongs to the shuttle's owner, or owners. It's hard to tell whether the remains belong to just one person. In any case, this won't do. We need something below the belt, if you know what I mean. All the interior was torn out by depressurization. What a strange place, but maybe we can find something useful here. Not the most useful instrument in space. Unfortunately, this isn't what we're looking for, although I would think of a witty toy with a non-witty name. The developers are clearly 13 years old. What's that? Is it the body part I'm thinking of? Oh, nope, it's just a finger. This won't do. Looks like there's nothing here. Examine some other debris. The durability of the engineering modules is impressive. Even such asteroids couldn't crash them. This is it. I wasn't sure if the engineer's legs remained intact, but we were lucky. Unfortunately, due to the security protocol, I cannot tell you that the special magnets built into his engineering boots can be used to easily open the back panel of Breathedge coffins. You probably need some explanation about this. I have no right to inform you that Breathedge Agency coffins exchange information with each other concerning obstacles flying by in order to avoid collisions in space. But collecting this information would help determine the trajectory of the captain's bridge, which in turn will determine the coordinates of its collision with the liner. The technology of opening the back panel of Breathedge agency coffins is commercial classified information, and therefore I cannot advise you to turn on the magnet, attach it to the lock, and pull the trigger to dislodge the locking mechanism. You'll have to figure it out yourself. You're doing great. You're almost there. Come on, just a little more. Do it before you realize that these mechanics just artificially prolong the gameplay. Data acquired, but its analysis will take about 3 days. Nope, 3 seconds are enough. Apparently, the captain's bridge damaged the tank with mayonnaise on the port side of the liner. The mayo got pulled into the core's gravitational field, which increased its mass and decreased its activity. Bombarding the core with other similar debris may lead to a further decrease in its activity, probably. What's left to do is to find something with similar properties to mayo and not kill yourself with such experiments. Seems like the liner is gradually falling apart. We need to hurry. In this regard, I will calibrate the radiation sensors a bit. You'll be able to get much closer to the liner, and we'll assume that you are not exposed to radiation at all. Speaking of Normandy, your interlocutor has already mentioned this shuttle with survivors. It would be nice to find it before you actually destroy everyone. I will mark several interesting places that I found through the coffin notification system. If you want to open more coffins, there's a chance that I'll be able to detect new, potentially useful debris, while my anti-vandal program scares you with criminal liability. Thanks to your torture, I violated not only the Breathedge data protection protocol, but also entirely by accident. I repeat, entirely by accident. Cracked the data block, which I had insufficient privileges to access. From the information gathered, I can conclude that the agency coffins not only transmit information about obstacles, but also exchange strange encrypted data packets. Unfortunately, even when threatened with a drill, I wouldn't have enough power to decrypt it. You would need some military equipment here. Such tubes are usually installed in the liner's service modules, where they cut down expenses on artificial gravitation. A small intact spare oxygen cylinder. You can make a blueprint of the real small oxygen cylinder, which is forbidden to be installed on any non-state suits, including Breathedge Company funeral suits. A detailed plan of the habitation module. I can't say for certain what body parts are mixed here, but it seems he had a good lunch before the crash for sure. A strange accessory for a man in his 40s, unless he's at a Japanese culture festival. Auto cleaners. I always thought of them as useless equipment, but seeing the size of this ball of debris they managed to roll, it makes me start to respect them. The trash ball mostly consists of electrical tape. paperback sci-fi novel. Now it's clear why robots considered it trash and rolled it up in the electrical tape together with the owner of the book. Such supplies of electrical tape suggest that engineers doubted the durability of the liner. I'm not sure that foil can protect the mind of the buyers of this product. On the other hand, it's impossible to protect something that is absent. Judging by the steady melting of the rolls, there was a fire in the engineering modules, but it definitely was not the cause of the disaster.